to Mallorca, and he's never left his parish before. There's all kinds of prayer sites and women topless or whatever. And you gather by this, his wife is rather a large lady, or she goes with him. I'm like, I'm gonna go, but it's quite long. Me and the wife was chatting. It was a year ago or more. But all the things that we had done and what the future held in store. And Patchy says, don't get me wrong, of all the things we've done, the one thing that my heart yearns for is a holiday in the sun. Now lately I was dreaming. I was in a great big jet plane, and I landed in the country, and there was no such thing as rain. I was, I fucking can't do that nice.
It's difficult.
Huh?
It's difficult.
No, that's right.
Give me going.
I know, yeah. I landed in a country where there was no such thing as rain. I was lying on a sandy beach with a good book in my hand. I was wearing my bikini and my skin was a golden tan. Now Madge says I'm glad you're only dreaming. And will you have a bit of wit? For Barry, your bikini was like a parachute. You know it would not fit. I have no interest in airplanes whizzing across the sky. God would fill us with wings if He wanted us to fly. Settle down there, woman, and put some more turf upon the fire. We're simple country folks, and we have all that we desire. Well, with that she started barking how good she was to me, and how she slaved around the farm, and of course I did agree. She had me feeling guilty, and by God she taught me round. And next morning, bright and early, the two of us were heads to town. Straight to the travel agents, Madge should promptly go. I had given her my commitment, I couldn't tell her no. And in less than 20 minutes, with a sparkle in her eye, she says we're off to Mallorca, the first week of July. She was all excited. She said, I cannot wait. She said I had to get some suntan oil to protect us from the heat. I followed her round and round the town, but my feet were getting sore. And the stuff she bought in gallons, it would take it all to cover her. But the weeks went by quite quickly, and the time was drawing near. But 2 days before the flight, I got struck with a diarrhea. Madge sent for a bottle into the chemist shop, and then, thank God, it thickened. And in the end, it stopped. And I was feeling rightly. I sat 2 feet on yon plane. The tileless seat was where I sat, till I touched down in Spain. I could hear the pilot wishing all a happy flight, as I sat in my dim surroundings, trying hard to stop, but I wasn't feeling right. Boys, the hate was wicked on that foreign soil, and my arse was like a kettle that was coming to the boil. The sweat was running down my nose. Madge didn't give a curse as we were taken to the airport in an air-conditioned bus. I was glad we were driving in the middle of the night, because that young bucko was hell-bent on driving on the right. He did not know the highway code, that is one thing for sure. And if he drove that way around home, he'd be called one stupid whore. Now our apartment was nice, that I'd have to say, and Madge took to the singing as she put our clothes away. And she turned to me and says, Pat, let this be your second honeymoon. Well, with that, the cramps to start. I said, where's the bottle and the spoon? I toed and froed all night long, from the toilet to the bed. And as I gazed at Madge's swimsuit, queer thoughts ran through my head. It was spread out on the table, like a blanket on a ditch. I thought the one that made it, I hope that knows how to stitch. When I was lying waking, when the sun rose in the sky. And from down below, I heard a joyful cry. And I wasn't sure, but I thought I heard the sound of water splash. And over to the balcony, quickly I did dash. Well, the sight I saw I'll not forget from that balcony. It took 50 years off my life. I felt like 23. There below was a pool, half full of girls, naked to the waist. The blood went rushing through my veins. I felt like a tormented bass. I took one look at Madge, who was lying fast asleep, and my thoughts were far from Ireland, me cattle and me sheep. I shaved myself in record time, and comes out the lock of hair, and I put on the swivel trunks I swore I'd never wear. I might be easy going, but there's times I'm not a fool, and in less than 2 minutes, I was sitting by the pool. I gazed at all those bosoms, and it was a pretty sight, all colours and creations, and me a snowy white. There was big ones, there was wee ones, there was ones that swayed and others dropped. I was almost told not to stare, but somehow I couldn't stop. God says, "Aye, this is heaven," and I didn't have to die. And then I thought, this could be a sin. So I said, I just chanced one eye. I got chatting to this girl with her hair in a bun. And she said, "Would you join us and have a bit of fun?" So I said, "I'd love to, but I cannot swim a stroke." She said, "That's no problem." And she fitted me with this mobile yoke. She pulled and dragged me around the pool, and I kicked and splashed away, and thought if I was farming over here, I'd never lose a bale of hay. And suddenly a shadow was blocking out the sun. It was Madge, and she was scolding this girl with the bun. Next thing I was quite embarrassed, the way she roared and bawled. Next thing she was in the water, and she was coming to be like Jaws. The water, it did rise 3 inches in the pool. And she had me by the throat, and she called me a bloody fool. She grabbed me tightly by the hand and took me to my room. And for the rest of the holiday, life was doom and gloom. I sat on the balcony with orders not to look. Madge sat in the corner, reading the bloody book. Her eyes were piercing at me like a gun upon my neck, and I could hear the girls down below, wise where they were having a crack. I was tortured and tormented. I was frustrated, and teased, and my spirits were as low as a bull that's just been squeezed. I suppose it was always worth it for the sights I did see. If I lived to be 100, I'll never be the man I used to be. I'm back in Ireland now, doing the things I always do. But sometimes my mind wanders to that country with skies so blue, especially in the evening time when I'm milking my old cow. I think of all them bosoms and wonders what they're doing now. And I dare mention holiday for fear Madge might be trotting. But now she has it all over golden tan with a straight full of bucket.